Assalamualaikum and good day. Today, I want to talk about the methodology of Islamic economics, focusing on its sources of knowledge. There are three important sources of knowledge to derive Islamic economics. The first one is Al-Quran. Al-Quran is the revealed book sent to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The second important source of knowledge in Islam, and in this case as a source of knowledge to derive Islamic economics as a discipline of knowledge, is As-Sunnah. As-Sunnah or Al-Hadith are the saying, actions or tacit approval of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The first and second source of knowledge here are also known as the primary source of knowledge. Call this as the primary, the main reference, source of reference in deriving Islamic economics. The third source of knowledge to derive Islamic economics is our intellect or akal, where we get our reason, our logic, all comes from intellect. So the third one here also, any knowledge derived from the third source here is referred as the secondary source of knowledge. So here it is known as the secondary source of knowledge. As the main source of knowledge, Al-Quran and As-Sunnah become the primary reference in deriving knowledge in Islamic economics. So these two sets the boundary or parameters upon which actions, ideas need to confirm so that they are in line with the Sharia of Islam. Therefore, I think there should be hypothesis. Any hypothesis to be tested need to be in line with what are mentioned in Al-Quran and the Sunnah or Hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Anything that go against Al-Quran and Sunnah must be rejected. Simple example here is in the context of the prohibition of interest or riba. It is clearly stated in Al-Quran. It is also mentioned in the Sunnah about the prohibition of riba or interest. Therefore, theories or ideas or hypotheses related to riba must be rejected altogether. This is how strong is the position of the primary sources of knowledge in Islam. In the context of intellect, we can divide how our intellect contributes to the derivation of knowledge. We use our intellect to derive knowledge known as science. We make observations, we collect data, we test our hypothesis, we identify laws of certain principles, and that kind of knowledge are related to scientific knowledge such as physics. Economics also applies the methodology, the scientific methodology or scientific methods of study. At the same time, intellect or akal is also used to derive ijtihad. In the case of Al-Quran and Sunnah, there are certain verses of Al-Quran that are subjected to further interpretation due to its ambiguity. Certain types of verses are very clear, definitive in its meaning, but some other texts of Al-Quran, they are ambiguous, subject to many interpretations. In that context, akal are used to derive an understanding, and that branch of knowledge falls under this level or ijtihad. I think that's all for this time. See you next time, insyaAllah. Wassalam.